my attention if I follow the numbers. How much time do you dedicate to the steel piece? Because 11 goals were scored with a set piece. So what is this, the merit of John Cordova? We always work. I don't know the percentage of the time. We train in short microcycles. We spend 2 training sessions, which is quite a bit, in 3 days, but we always practice. But as I said the other day, sometimes we are good at it, sometimes we're not, but sometimes the one who hits the ball is very important, and James is one of the best strikers in the world. Coach, congrats for advancing to the quarterfinals. What was corrected after Paraguay, and how can you undertake this sense of victory in the country, and if you can send a message of tranquility, because as you said, this is a step-by-step process. Thank you. Each match is a different story. As I always say, today's match, we took it from the positioning, the control, and that helped us not to suffer as we did against Paraguay, where we had some occasions where we were sharing the ball possession. But we knew it would be a difficult game, but if we could control it from the ball possession side, we would be able to open it eventually. And in terms of the victory feeling, we can't really give advice on what people feel. We also get excited, so what can I tell people? Just enjoy it, and hopefully it will last. Hi, good evening. So could this be the best match of your era under the national team? Or what happened with James? Is he okay? No, he's doing well. He wanted to go on, but thinking of what comes next, I thought it was wise to ask for a substitution. So we've actually had good games against big opponents, but today we had a better or a more pronounced ball position. We dominated more the ball. So the guys had a great game. Hi, Coach Eduardo Luis for Win Sports. We are live. So we love it when the teams show their evolution. Even in our last press conference, you said, I'm happy and I'm upset because we stopped. It seemed that we were at 4-0, but did you talk about this with the guys, and are you rotating gradually? But Jesser had more minutes. So are you thinking of giving minutes to all the players? Well, actually, I said it the other day. We have a very even team. It's very hard for us to define the starters. So it's good that everyone plays some minutes, that they are all motivated. There are 5 substitutions. Sometimes I turn my head and I see their faces, and I would like to have 12 or 13 replacements. But we have to understand that we have to do what's best for the team, and then for the upcoming rounds, we don't want to burden them in the physical aspect, but the line is very thin in between the characteristics and what they can bring to the team. Everyone can bring something to the team at any given time. We don't know when, and sometimes the decision is a bit unfortunate because in a game like this, anyone could have gotten in, Juanfer, Carrascal. So we would like to give the chance to everyone, but we cannot do it. So we've been working a lot on that. We have to wait for the right time and we have to keep going. Coach, congratulations, Liche Duran, for ESPN Colombia. Is there anything that we can find in your process about Colombia and your era? Is the continuity and the tranquility you can convey. Brazil is coming, and today we have a victory. Costa Rica came with the same game plan almost as in with Brazil. So for this game, is Colombia's goal to qualify first, or would you like to explore some other names so you can consider for our other rounds? Well, we'll see how everyone's doing, how they recover. Playing every 3 or 4 days is not easy. You've seen the weather conditions, not during the games, but during the training sessions. We have to watch the hydration, recovery. So we would like, of course, to play a great game against Brazil. We are not going to not think about that. We have good players. The whole team is quite even in terms of performance, and we can gather a good team to make the best game. Javier Rodríguez for Centro America, United States. Regardless of their results, we see Colombia has a performance before your era was not too clear. So is this the game you envisioned when you started as a coach? Well, we are always in the search, let's say. I can't imagine perfection. The search and the goal is to always improve. There's always something to improve, and the main idea is conveyed by the team and by the players. But I think we still have a lot to improve. And in order to compete against the best, we still need more. Jaime Bedinas from Telepacifico and 101.9. Nestor, this has been a majestic performance by the Colombian team because your team played in short spaces, changing, but there's something fundamental that we would like to detail, and we would like your opinion on Davinson Sanchez, a player who wasn't playing regularly in the European League. He was super valuable today, not only because of the goal, but I imagine that your assistants may have different options in the offensive or the defensive side. Does this establish that your team has too many variables and alternatives that not only rely on James, Luis Diaz, John Cordova, or Jefferson, or is this a rich team, a wonderful team in football alternatives that can deal with any opponent in the world? Well, that's what we hope. We are doing well, but in terms of alternatives, the players play well, they have good characteristics. I guide them, but there's no magic here. They are good players, and we look for alliances or different ways. This is something we can practice, but the quality and the features each player has is a given. And then where to pressure and other things we work on, depending on the opponent, that's part of the game plan. And we adapt to the opponent's characteristics, but perfection is not a thing. You know, there are some opponents that are going to be more complicated for us, but we found it. We found a way. Today, we dominated it from beginning to end, but it may not happen at any other match.
Hi, Stuart James from The Athletic in England. Question for you in English, please, Néstor. James Rodríguez, he has 3 assists in 2 games. He's playing like he's 22, not 32. 2 questions in one. When you reintegrated him back into the Colombia team, not everyone thought that was the right decision. You've been completely vindicated with the faith you showed in him. Can I ask you why you showed that faith in him at that time? And also, how different is James Rodríguez now at 32 to the player he was at 22, how he plays the game?
Te voy a contestar en español. ¿Puedo contestar en español? Que alguien me traduzca.
I'm going to answer in Spanish. I understood your question perfectly, but I will do in Spanish. So I've known James Rodríguez since he was young, and I've always known that his use, I would say. I can try in English, but I think you are listening to the interpreter, right? So I've known James since he was young, and I know that what depended on his performance for his national team play was his commitment. I know the love he has for his jersey, so I was very upset when he was criticized. That's why I trusted him, because I knew about his commitment for the national team, and I knew he was going to show his condition. And in terms of his age, 22 to 32, well, he runs a little less now and he thinks more. So that helps him. And he has a team in a context that is good for him. He is well surrounded and he has alternatives. So that's what's making him play well now. Okay, this is the end of the press conference. Thank you, everyone. Good evening.